Welcome everyone to our last full. This is probably our last Friday stream of the regular season. It's week 12 already in S15. Anyway, S15 week 12. Here we go. Denver Dragons and Victorious Lions are first up. We travel to Vancouver. Get the teams notified and we will get started. All right. It's going to be our little warm-up game. Victorious Lions are 9-2 on the season, and they could. Um, I think they've pretty much clinched, but they could still get the 1 seed if they win out. So, looking for them to uh, accomplish that. It'd be interesting if they did. And then Denver Dragons might be out of the playoffs with a loss here. I'm going to write them off and say that they'll be the second team outright eliminated from the playoffs. So, will be interesting as teams rolling. Right, got a decent day for football here, and Vancouver Victorious Lions projected to be a hefty favorite. So we'll find out here in a bit. Hopefully everyone has tuned in. I saw Sonic Star, who's probably very interested in how Oliver O'Connor performs. I believe these are the last games of the week here between conference teams. So the next two games are all going to be inter-conference matchups or interdivision matchups, which will make for a very interesting playoff push. So let's get into it. We've got a solid 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours or so of streaming. Let's start out Victorious Lions, Denver Dragons. We head to Vancouver. All right. Looks like the Victorious Lions want to start out on offense. Set to kick this away is a great kicker in Justin Tucker. And away we go. Henry Moore to return this one. Fun fact, these are the only two super casual teams that I've played for in my entire existence in super casual. So, well, other than Dev League. You know what I mean. Ben Bone's going to start out throwing to Troy Frosty, who's got a catch and gets up to the first down marker and a little bit more to the 32-yard line. Shutdowns for the Victorious Lions, one of the top offenses in the league. They have the highest point differential in the league. Bone's trying to add more to that. There's a big throw to Oliver O'Connor, who's just going to grab it and score. Touchdown, Victorious Lions on the second play of their possession. The league leader in touchdowns just added another to his total. Oliver O'Connor with his 18th touchdown on the season. Will he hit 20? So that was a pretty big play to start out the ball game. 7-0. Denver in a hole quickly. Kaiser Washington going to throw this one incomplete. Second down and 10. It's like Hail Mary formation. Why not? Quick flag might be an offsides. He throws it incomplete, looking for Jones. It is an offside, so a free play more or less. Second down and 5 coming up. Kaiser Washington hands it off to Speedy Gonzalez, and that's not going to get much there. So it will be third down and 4 coming up. Strong I formation for the Dragons. And there's a throw into a lot of traffic, and it's picked off by Calvin Frost. Calvin Frost, his third season as a victorious line, I believe, getting the interception there. And Bones set to do some more work. It's Smoke Man Muscle with a big catch, getting Vancouver all the way to the 21-yard line. Last drive, it was an Oliver O'Connor touchdown. This time, it's a not a touchdown yet, but Grayson, the catch, top tight end in the league, going up to the 7-yard line. First and goal to go at the 7. One's going to pitch it out to Troy Frosty. Trying to run for it, is going to be tackled just a couple yards short. Second and goal now. And the victorious line's handed off to Frosty again, who breaks it outside and scores. Troy Frosty, who hasn't had a lot of rushing yards this season, does have a good amount of rushing touchdowns. That's his 7th of the season, tied for the league lead. PAT is up and good, so Vancouver with a 14-0 lead here midway through this first quarter. See if the Dragons can make something happen on offense. Last possession ended in an interception. We're going to see what this young Dragon squad has in them. They're out here in the strong I formation. Kaiser Washington is throwing left side, incomplete, looking for Tribble, I believe. Second down and 10 coming up. Washington throws right side to Tribble, who does catch it this time over the shoulder to the 39-yard line. Man, that's going to move the sticks. Dragons picking up their first down of the game. Washington throws into a lot of traffic, but somehow Scotty doesn't know. Comes up with the football for a gain of 9. Why not? Second 10. Speedy Gonzalez gets the carry, but loses 4. Hayasaka in on the stop. Third down and 5 coming up. Washington is looking, throwing into a bunch of coverage, and it's deflected. Fourth down and 5. Dragons punting it back to the victorious Lions. Tucker's kick will be through the back of the end zone, so Vancouver with a chance to add on to their 14-0 lead here. 80-yard field for Ben Bones. Bones throws, and Smoke Man Muscle to catch, breaks past one, and gets tackled down at the 38-yard line. Bones again, looking to throw. This time it's incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. Bones is going to throw this one over the middle. Frosty out of the backfield, running an interesting route, breaking through, getting to the 49-yard line, first and 10. End of the first quarter here, Vancouver in the lead at home, 14-0, also on offense. Yet again, they have been in control of this ball game since the opening play. There's a pass to Kylie Ray for about 6, second down and 4. And off to Frosty, who's going to lose a yard or two. Dom in on the stop. Third down and 6 for Vancouver. As Bones looking, throwing into a lot of traffic there. Fortunate it wasn't intercepted, and the Dragons come up with a big third down stop. Zuko Ito, though, out here to try to pin the Dragons deep. Punt is a pretty solid one inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Excellent punt by Zuko Ito. Long field for Kaiser Washington to work with. He's starting out throwing. Has some time, then unloads deep over the middle. It's incomplete, looking for Tribble. Second down and 10 coming up. And there's Speedy Gonzalez with a short 5-yard reception out of the backfield. That'll give him some breathing room for this third down attempt. Washington is out here. He's back. He throws. Incomplete. Looking for Mr. Cam Jones. It will now be 4th down and 5 for the Dragons. Justin Tucker to punt it back to the victorious Lions. Both teams with possessions ending in punts. Ader is going to return this one. And victorious Lions back on offense at the 44. And Bones is going to throw it to Kylie Ray, who catches it in stride, ducks out after a gain of 9. Second catch of the evening for Kylie Ray. And now Bones hands it off to Frosty, who gets some blocks, has the left sideline, and Troy Frosty is into the end zone for a touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the ball game. 47-yard carry by Troy Frosty. And Zuko Ito's kick is up and good. Ball on the 15-yard line for the Dragons. They trail by 21. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. Washington's looking for Gonzalez, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10. Washington throws it to Gonzalez. This one is complete. Spin move gives him a few more. Dragons up to the 35-yard line now. And there's a throw to Cam Jones for about 4, second and 6. Dragons have a few bright spots here in the receiving core. Jordan Tribble and Cam Jones both having excellent seasons so far. Kaiser Washington throws on third down. It's incomplete to Jones, so that will make it 4th and 7. Bring out Tucker for the punt, just inside the 2-minute warning. And that is going to be a touchback. So, Vancouver with a healthy lead. Set to do even more damage. Bones, quick throw. Smoke Man Muscle with the catch, and heads out of bounds at the 25. Strong eye for Bones. He's back. He's looking with time, throwing deep to Grayson, but there's a bunch of coverage there. Third down and 5 coming up. Probably be a run play. They hand it off to Frosty, who is going to get the first down to the 32-yard line. Good third down run by the Vancouver Victorious Lions. And there's Smoke Man Muscle for a 6-yard reception. Second down and 4 coming up. Classic goal line formation on your own 37. Bones passing out of it and gets it to Grayson right in front of 2 Dragon defenders. Bones gets it to Smoke Man Muscles. Got some shifty moves for a first down and heads out of bounds at the 34. Lions definitely in field goal range. 2 timeouts and a minute 02 on the clock, still in the half. Bones dumps it off to Frosty, and Troy Frosty with some blocks, and Troy Frosty has his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. This one in the air, though. And Vancouver now with a gigantic lead. First and 10 on the 15. Kaiser Washington out there in Hail Mary formation. Washington throws and don't know where that football was going. Looked like it was getting thrown to a Lion. Washington having a game to forget here. He's back. He throws deep. It's Jordan Tribble. So, some life for the Dragons maybe at the end of the second quarter. Big time catch for 36 yards by Jordan Tribble. Maybe that would get Washington going here. He's throwing deep again. Damari Rose the target, and he comes down with it. So, now Denver all the way to the 2-yard line. Big catch from Damari Rose, first one of the game, as Washington's going to get sacked on the follow-up play. Johnson Lovehammer in on the sack. 2nd and goal. So I guess they're not calling timeouts. They're going to call one more play here. As Washington throws, Gonzalez catches it in the end zone. Denver gets a touchdown near the end of the second quarter. 3 big passes. Well, 2 really big passes and a short one to Speedy. Dragons will start the second half with the football. Vancouver still in the lead 28-7 though. All in the 21 for Bones. He's going to throw it, and will probably be one of the last plays of the half. And it is incomplete. Kind of a risky throw. As we head to the locker rooms, Vancouver with 2 14-point quarters. Dragons scoring at the end of the second, though. 28-7 here as we get going in the third. Why am I dropping so many frames? Try that. Made a little adjustment. Dropping a bunch of frames. Washington's going to throw to Gonzalez out of the backfield on 2nd and 10 to make it 3rd and 10. Washington looking, throwing deep, and it's Cam Jones. One-on-one's favor of the wide receiver. 1st and 10 at the 22 for the Denver Dragons. They are in scoring position. See what Washington can do. No, he throws an interception. Providence C-Rab in on the INT. Now it's 1st and 10 for the victorious Lions. Bones deep in his own territory. Going to get it out to Troy Frosty for 19. He's having a big football game. Over 200 or over 100 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. Bones finds Frosty again, this time only getting about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Pitch to Troy Frosty is going to get the 1st down. Frosty up to the 35. Troy Frosty now with over 150 all-purpose yards. Bones going to find Smoke Man Muscle for about 8. Second and 2. They run it with Frosty, who's got some space. Brought down by the last possible defender. Not until he gets to the Dragons' 46. Bones throws it to Smoke Man Muscle, who's got about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. Another Troy Frosty run, but this time going nowhere. See you at the top. Bringing Frosty down behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss, so it will be 3rd down and 4 coming up. Bones is going to throw it over the middle, but somehow Smoke Man Muscle catches it because coverage doesn't matter. 1st and 10 at the 19. Bones throws it to Kylie Ray for about 4. 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Pitch to Frosty, who's close to the 1st. Going to be 3rd and 1 for the victorious Lions. We were able to convert the 3rd down last time. And Bones going to throw it. Incomplete, looking for Henry Moore, who's been quiet this game. 4th and 1, and they will bring out Zuko Ito for a short 27-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it's good. 31-7 here in Vancouver. Dragons with a couple turnovers and missed opportunities. Really been the difference in the game. Washington's going to be thrown on 1st down. That's incomplete. End of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter, here we go. Dragons trail by 24. They're going to need quite a 4th quarter. And that's not a good start. Providence C-Rab with his 2nd interception of the ball game, setting up the victorious Lions at the Denver 34. Bones getting sacked fast, though, by Wilfrith of Langwald, son of Ekrick the Collier. That is the league leader in sacks, and that is number 10 on the season. As Bones is going to throw it deep, incomplete. Looking for Oliver O'Connor. Didn't want to go to the wide open receiver underneath, as is tradition. 3rd and 20 for the victorious Lions. As Bones just throws this one away. The optimal play on 3rd down and 20. So Zuko Ito's going to be out here to punt it away. Victorious Lions cannot capitalize on the turnover. Yes. Coming into this game, Providence St. had 1 interception. Now has 3 on the season. Excellent punt by Zuko Ito. He's had a couple good ones. Washington's going to dump it off to Boderman and give him some breathing room. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Denver Dragons. And Boderman, no magic there. Fullback dive does not work. 3rd and 2 coming up. Washington under a lot of pressure, gets rid of it. It's incomplete, heavy coverage on that play. So 4th down and 2, and the Denver Dragons are punting it. Tucker's kick is away. Bader back to return. Strong eye formation for the Victorious Lions. Their offense has been pretty solid throughout most of the game, but quiet in the second half. Only 3 points in the second half. 2nd and 3 after that 7-yard completion to Kylie Ray. And now a handoff to Frosty, who gets the 1st down. Vancouver in clock management mode. Great game from Troy Frosty. Oh. Handoff to Frosty, losing a yard that time to Bonderman in on the stop. 2nd and 12. They hand it off to Frosty again, who's not losing anything. Gets all those yards back and then some. Gain of about 16 or so. Fresh set of downs for the Victorious Lions as we're at the 2-minute warning in Vancouver. They hand it off to Frosty, who's got about 3. Denver burning their 1st timeout. And with that, Troy Frosty's hit 100 yards. Frosty running it and breaking by everyone to score a touchdown. Only Vancouver's 1st touchdown of the second half, but it pretty much ices this game if it hadn't been already. Zuko Ito's PAT is up, and it is good. 38-7 here with 1:52 left in the ball game. And so with this win, the Victorious Lions will advance to 10-2 on the season. And like I said, if they win out and end up being 12-2 on the season, they'll clinch the 1 seed, which may or may not be beneficial. Second and 10. Strong eye for the Dragons. Washington is back and throwing to Speedy Gonzalez, who catches it for a 1st. Gonzalez, one of the best receiving backs in the league. Second and 10 after that, incompletion. I don't think that's right, TLK. Kaiser Washington's going to throw to Boderman out of the backfield, who's going to gain about 6. Denver calls their final timeout, 4th down and 4, so any hopes they have rides on this play. Washington throws an incompletion, and that will be a turnover on downs. Bones kneels this one out. I guess they'll take the penalty. Another kneel down. And yeah, 38-7 will be your final here in Vancouver. Looking ahead for the Victorious Lions, they have a pretty tough schedule with the Hammerheads and Silver Eagles next. Coming up after this game, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the season, or of this week. Aliens and Flamingos, set to be a great matchup here. And there we go. Troy Frosty with a big game. And Providence C. Rab with the 2 interceptions. Fort Lauderdale and Roswell, you're up next. This game is where? In Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Go. Guess I'll ping the Flamingos here. Experts have Fort Lauderdale as the favorite, so Flamingos have won a couple good games in a row, including a game over the Vancouver Victorious Lions. See if they can keep the momentum going. They're at 6-5 on the season. So should be an interesting one. I assume Roswell has been pinged. Looks like it. 11. Should be 12. Joe and Dave know what's up. Yeah, we'll see. At least half of them are going to be wrong. Well, exactly half. Not at least. All right, let's get this game rolling here. Quit YouTube. Okay. Fort Lauderdale playing host to the Roswell Aliens. Is this a bit of a rivalry game here? Maybe. It's like the Fort Lauderdale Flamingos want to start out on offense. Ernesto Romero III will return this one to the 20. And away we go in the swamp. Of course, we're going to start out with a goal line formation at your own 20. Even better passing out of it. That's a super cool play. 2nd and 10. Robinson Jr. is going to get rid of it. Throwing into traffic does not matter. Ernesto Romero III comes down with the football at the Roswell 44, gain of 36. Robinson Jr. with an empty set. Back, throws it underneath the dash runman. It's a little slower than before, but a efficient pass catcher still. Gains 8. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now Robinson Jr. hands it off to Noble II, who is not going to get the first down, I guess. Probably because he was running like a blind person. 3rd and 1. And the play action somehow works. Ernesto Romero III is going to catch it for a first. Fort Lauderdale at the Roswell 24-yard line. A shotgun pitch to Noble II. 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Making it is Robinson, who has all day to throw. End zone, incomplete. Probably not the best idea to run a 4 verts play action 20 yards away from the end zone. So it would be 3rd and 8 for Fort Lauderdale. Robinson Jr. is going to throw it to the end zone. Romero III at the goalpost catches it, and the Fort Lauderdale Flamingos march down the field on the opening drive of this game, and they score. Pablo set to kick this one away. Back to return is Morteza, top of Tabai. And so with that touchdown from Romero III, that is his 9th on the season. Having a bit of a quiet season, but great catch there, and was utilized really heavily that drive. First play from scrimmage for the Aliens is a 5-yard carry from Lucas Peterson, the league-leading rusher, and it's not even close. 2nd and 5 coming up. And the play action, Grimes has to get rid of it. Avoids the sack, incomplete. 3rd and 5. Roswell has the same 3rd down magic as their counterparts do. As Grimes throws, has to get rid of it, and does. Lion Nikita III grabbing it for a first down, pickup, and more. Aliens to their own 44. They fake it to Peterson. Grimes with some time is almost throwing an interception. Intended target was Hunter Estrada. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that Peterson carry is going to get a couple. 3rd and 8. See what Roswell has in them. Hopefully it's not a short out route to the left to Estrada. Underneath to Radiant's hand, was very close to the first. That's a gain of 7. 4th and 1. I think they're going for it. Okay. Roswell offense still out here at the Mingos 48. Grimes back to throw, gets rid of it, but it's incomplete. The 6-2 favors the Flamingos. And that's a turnover on downs. Robinson Jr. back out on offense. Robinson Jr. throws it to Cawthon, who jukes one into the oblivion. Guys just got to take a seat over there on the sideline after getting juked like that. Wing goes up to the 38-yard line after that 14-yard completion. This time it's Noble II getting tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up. Thompson Jr. throws this one out of bounds, I guess. 5 verts not opening up. No one's surprised. 3rd and 11. This time it's Robinson Jr. with some time. Going deep, and iBoss James is going to catch it, I guess. Getting all the way to the 5-yard line. And that will do it for the quarter. Fort Lauderdale in the lead 7-0. They are knocking on the door yet again. And off to Noble II, who's going to get a yard or so. 2nd and goal coming up. Robinson Jr. looking to throw again. Gonna go out of bounds with it. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Now Robinson Jr. looking and finding a wide open Matt Cawthon for the touchdown. This one from a few yards out. Matt Cawthon in on the catch. That is going to be Cawthon's 7th touchdown of the season. The AT is up and good. 14-0 here in Fort Lauderdale. Roswell not looking like their normal selves. See if that changes here. Pablo kicks this one away. Orteza, top it to buy. To return it. Old man Anton Grimes back on offense. Gonna throw it to Hunter Estrada for a minimal gain of about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And off to Lucas Peterson is going to get maybe a yard on Ubercastle in on the stop. 3rd and 7 for Roswell. Need to pick up this conversion if you're an alien. And Grimes going to throw it to Peterson, but it's dropped. Could have had the first down there. There was some defenders in the area. So now it's 4th and 7. Vent 2 out here to punt it to the Flamingos. Previous game, we had Vancouver get out to an early 14-0 lead, and they ended up winning the game. Here we have Fort Lauderdale in the same situation, and a chance to tack on even more. Robinson Jr. finds Dash Runman underneath for about 9. 2nd and 1 coming up. Robinson Jr. pitches it out to Noble II, who jukes it in, getting the first down and more just past midfield. Fort Lauderdale driving here. Robinson Jr. throws it over the middle, but it's intercepted by Daddy Longlegs, the league leader in interceptions out right now. 6 of the season for Daddy Longlegs. And that's a costly turnover for Fort Lauderdale, who thought they were going to get something out of it. Grimes with a chance to respond, going deep. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Grimes under a lot of pressure. Going to get sacked very quickly. Joseph Dredd in on the stop. Now it'll be 3rd down and 20. And Grimes going to throw it well short. It's Peterson who steps out of bounds, I guess. So, 4th and 8. Vent 2. Punting it to the Flamingos, as this punt will be a touchback. So 2:04 left in this first half of play. Fort Lauderdale on offense. Last drive ended in an interception. See if they can get something going on this drive. Cawthon with a catch, but the hold is going to set them back 10. Popo Thomas tag with the hold. And clock restarts. Okay, I don't know if I've seen that before. Classic goal line formation on your own 10. Robinson Jr. throws out of it for a short gain of about 6. 2nd and 14 for the Flamingos. Robinson Jr. going right side to Cawthon, who steps out at the 26. It'll be 3rd and 4. Looking like an eminent third down run here. Robinson Jr. hands it off to Noble II and tackled from behind after a gain of 2. Roswell calling their first time out of the half. 4th and 2 coming up. Well, generally, it's an offensive penalty, so it wouldn't, generally speaking, penalties don't stop the clock in favor of the team committing the penalty. If that makes sense. Don't know how that works. As Grimes is throwing incomplete on 2nd and 10. See what Grimes can do out of the strong eye now. Watch out for Radiant's Ham. He's been quiet this game. Instead, they throw it underneath to Tabatabai, who's got the first down. Grimes throws underneath, and Estrada's got some space. Gets past one defender all the way up to the 43. As well using their second timeout. Kind of an interesting timeout call. As Grimes looks and throws wide open his line, Nikita the third. And the Roswell Aliens are cruising here at the end of the second half. They're up to the 21-yard line. Grimes with all day to throw, going in the end zone, incomplete. Couple pink jerseys hunting for the football there. 2nd and 10 now. Grimes under pressure, but finds Tabatabai underneath for the first down. 1st and goal at the 7. Clock is rolling, so Aliens with maybe a chance for one more play before a field goal attempt. Grimes looking, throwing, and that's dropped. Don't know if he would have had the touchdown there. So, bring out David Vent 2 for a chip shot. 24-yard field goal attempt. Just 7 seconds left in the quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-3 here. Fort Lauderdale will technically get the football back. Not sure if they'll be able to do much about it. One second left. All right. Time to pad the stats. Robinson Jr. in the gun. Or not pad the stats, anti-pad stats. Cool. 14-3, as we head to the locker rooms, it's going to be the Roswell Aliens to start with the football. They had a great drive going at the end of the second quarter, but had to settle for 3. See what they can do. They trail by 11. Fort Lauderdale hasn't guaranteed themselves a playoff spot, but they are in an okay position. Obviously, another 2 wins on the season would really secure them, so they are hungry for a win here. As Grimes is going to throw short for Nikita the third, but that's dropped incomplete. And of course, the Roswell Aliens are in the playoff picture. They are looking to maintain the first-round bye. Peterson runs it for 8. And I think they could, because last game, the Venom losing to the Silver Eagles was kind of a big blow for the Venom's chance, as Grimes going to get sacked on the play action. Ludacris on the stop. So not the ideal opening second half drive for the Roswell Aliens. Eddie Money's going to have to return this one to the 36. Fort Lauderdale with a chance to increase their lead. They could make it a 3-score game. Robinson Jr. fakes it and throws it incomplete, left side. 2nd and 10. Now another play action. That one's incomplete. 3rd and 10. Either team wanting to complete passes, I guess. They fake it, throw it to Cawthon, who is not going to get enough for the first. 5-yard gain. He jukes it out of bounds instead of, inbounds. That's what you do, I guess. Pablo to punt it away, and this will be a touchback. So both teams with a punt to start out the second half. See if we start seeing points on the board. It'll be a Peterson carry for about a yard or two. 2nd and 9. We work our way through the third quarter. Grimes out of the eye is going to pass. And get it to Hunter Estrada, just ignoring the defender completely. Getting the first down. Roswell up to the 38-yard line. And Grimes is going to just throw this one out of bounds, I guess. 2nd and 10. And Peterson on the 2nd down carry picks up a good gain of 9. 3rd and 1. Now for the Aliens. See what they can do. They have everyone split out. Fort Lauderdale coming in a 6-2. And Estrada gets the first down. Roswell up to the Bingos 47 now. Ludacris in on the stop. Must have won. 2nd and 11. Grimes going to pitch to Peterson. That's another loss. Archie Swift tackling Peterson for a 3-yard loss. Lucas Peterson hasn't really had much going this game. The 3rd and 14. Grimes looking, throwing to Salami Lid, the fullback, who's not going to get the first. Tackled at the 43, and I think it'll be Vent 2 to punt it to the Flamingos. They had a little bit going here, but drive falls short again. Good punt from Vent 2 is going out of bounds at the 6. Fort Lauderdale with a 94-yard field to work with. Again, looking to increase their 11-point lead. We're approaching the fourth quarter. Robinson Jr. throws this. It's Corey Williams behind the defense, and he's all the way down to the 40-yard line of Roswell. Corey Williams completely burned the defense and had a 53-yard completion there. Robinson Jr. throwing again through the back of the end zone, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Robinson Jr. with some time throwing end zone. Oh, that would have been an easy touchdown, but you have to drop the easy ones and catch the quadruple coverage ones. That is the cardinal rule. 3rd and 10 at the 40. Fort Lauderdale looking at least getting field goal range, and they cannot. So they get a big play, and then 3 straight incompletions will set up a Pablo punt. Just 5 seconds left in the third quarter. And this punt will be a touchback. So one more play in this third quarter. Roswell still trailing by 11. We haven't seen a single point in the third quarter. Ryan Nikita's going to get the catch for a first down to the 38. And here we go. When will the fireworks start igniting? I don't know. You know, PCAS, you can adjust the offense a little bit, at least. It is a thing. Loss of 1 on that Peterson carry. 2nd and 11 for Grimes. Going to throw it left side to Hunter Estrada. That's incomplete. It will now be 3rd down and 11 for the Roswell Aliens. They fake it to Peterson. There is a flag. They're throwing deep to Radiant's Ham, who's got the catch, but the flag is a hold by Ferguson Pork. That's going to not be good. So now 3rd and 21. And obviously the perfect perfect third down play. You haven't changed your sliders in 4 games. And off to Thomas Noble II, and that's a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up. And off to Noble II is going to be 3 yards, 3rd and 2 coming up. Robinson Jr. now in the gun. Throws it quickly, incomplete. So a very fast 3 and out for Fort Lauderdale. Roswell getting the football back. Will Roswell's offense figure it out? They are running out of time. There is 3:30 left in the clock. Matthew Edwards returns this one to the 16, so here we go. Do or die time for Roswell. And they're going to start out with a Peterson carry who looked to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Turns it into a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. And Grimes throws it to line Nikita III, who's getting past 1 and getting all the way down to the 48. Big time catch by line Nikita III, who had a few good catches this ball game. Grimes with time, then has to get rid of it. Looking for Peterson, that's incomplete. Second and 10. Grimes throws it. Tabatabai somehow coming down with a football. I don't know why Roswell's calling a timeout, but they do. They're up to the Fort Lauderdale 41. Grimes throws it to Peterson, who's got a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. And then they don't call timeout. All right. Roswell can do here on 2nd down. It's Grimes getting strip sacked. Barry B. Benson recovers the fumble. And that's a very, very costly turnover as we are approaching the 2-minute warning. Fort Lauderdale's defense has been stifling all game. Noble II carries it. That will be 4 yards. We are at the 2-minute warning here in Mingo Town. Robinson Jr. is going to throw it and into a lot of traffic. That is incomplete. 3rd and 6. Robinson Jr. throws it deep instead of to the wide open receiver short. 4th and 6, so it will now be a Fort Lauderdale punt. They cannot do anything with the strip sack. Punt is a touchback, of course. So Roswell getting the ball back at their own 20. Classic goal line formation for the Roswell Aliens. Does turn into a 19-yard completion at Tabatabai on the right sideline. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Aliens. Grimes with some time throwing. Tabatabai with another catch. So I guess Roswell's going to burn their final timeout, but they're up to the 36-yard line. Grimes looking, throwing, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Grimes is throwing to Tabatabai, but I believe there is a hold by Lucas Peterson. So that will make it 2nd and 20. Grimes throws it. Estrada catches it. That's a 6-yard gain. Roswell has no means of stopping the clock. They're at the Flamingos 40. 4 down territory, I believe, but it's 3rd and 14. A lot of pressure. Grimes gets rid of it, almost throws an interception. 4th and 14, and I think they're going for it. So the game riding on this 4th down conversion for the Roswell Aliens. Grimes throws just incomplete. So Robinson Jr. can kneel this one out. Fort Lauderdale is going to come away with a 14-3 victory. Low-scoring affair here in Florida. Not what I expected. I expected a few more points. Didn't see a single point in the second half for either team. So that's interesting. Flamingos are on a bit of a hot streak with 3 consecutive wins here. And the Roswell Aliens will drop to 9-3. Flamingos will advance to 7-5, so they are anxious for the other results, but 7-5 is a good step in the right direction for making the playoffs. I think if you get 8 wins, you're for sure in. It could be if you get 7 wins, you for sure win, but I'm not sure. That's your final, 14-3 here. Fort Lauderdale moving forward here with some wins. They have the Venom, which will be a tough game, and the Dragons next up on their schedule, and then Aliens have Dragons and Twisters. So for the Aliens, it gets a little bit easier. All right, coming up, we'll have our third game of the night already. We are moving along pretty good here. Rush and Frost Giants. All right, get the game set up here. We got a sunny one, but with high winds. Experts have Reykjavik as a favorite. Let's see what the Rush can do. They've been up on a bit of a slide here, having dropped 3 straight games. Both teams 5-6, both looking to get into the playoffs. I think one of them will. I don't know if both can or not, especially with them playing at this matchup in the season. The Rush have the Twisters to face and the Hammerheads to face after this game, so I think they can definitely get into the playoffs. Even with a loss, it might be tougher. It's tougher with a loss. And then the Frost Giants have Silver Eagles and Venom, so they have a very tough schedule. I think this is a must-win for the Frost Giants. And that's a great start. Billy Bob Booker Thompson, a top tight end in the league, getting a big 41-yard completion right out the gate. Richards is going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. Be 2nd and 10. Richards with the carry on 2nd and 10 is going to get 7, 3rd and 3. And Riggs gets rid of it quickly. Caleb Boateng with a difficult catch to the 11-yard line. Pretty well covered by the rush, but coverage doesn't matter. All at the 11 for Riggs, who's looking to throw for it. Going end zone, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Weak eye formation for the Frost Giants. Riggs throwing into the end zone. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Riggs with time, throws it end zone. Caleb Boateng with the touchdown. Reykjavik taking the lead here at home. Oliver Davis' kick is up and it is good. So it will be 7-0. Reykjavik scoring on their opening drive with a couple critical 3rd down conversions. Peter Tingle's going to return this one to the 15. So it'll be the Toronto Rush on offense. They have a potent one. Both of these teams do. As Jordan's going to throw it to Vilko Valkonen for a gain of about 20. Mason Jordan gets strip sack, and it's Commander Fluffy picking it up, and he is going to return it out for a little bit, getting tackled at the 17. Frost Giants with great field position now. Riggs going to quickly throw it to Io Torrent, and that's close to the goal line, 2 yards short. Reykjavik knocking on the door here. Riggs hands it off to Richards, but Richards is flattened after a loss of 2. And a fake to Richards. Riggs throws end zone, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. Strong eye. Riggs back with time. Throw in corner of the end zone, incomplete. So they cannot get it into the end zone. It will be 4th and goal. Oliver Davis out to kick the field goal to try to make this a 2-score ball game. And the 21-yarder is good. Frost Giants extend their lead. So Peter Tingle's going to return this one to the 23-yard line. Toronto back on offense. Last time their drive ended with a Jordan strip sack, or Jordan being strip sacked. This time Jordan throwing deep. It's Jalen Smith III wide open, and he's going to score a touchdown. Completely blown coverage by the Frost Giants. And we have a 3-point ball game again after after that duck football PAT. Refs rigging it. All right. That's Jalen Smith's 13th touchdown, and I believe will bring Smith III over the 1,000-yard mark on the season. Riggs is going to pitch it to Richards, who's got the first. Yard run by Dick Richards. Now looks like Hail Mary formation, of course. Riggs. Time throwing it deep, and Io Torrent with the big catch, and he's got the touchdown. Reykjavik getting those points right back. They now extend their lead to a 2-score lead. Oliver Davis kicks Hit through the uprights. 17-7 here. We wind down the first quarter. Peter Tingle is going to return this one to the 13. Now it'll be Mason Jordan. Throwing here. An interception by Garrett Thompson. Had some time in the pocket. Frost Giants getting the ball at the opposing 28. Great field position for Riggs, who's going to throw it incomplete. Second down and 10. Classic goal line formation for the Frost Giants. Fake it to the fullback. Riggs throws it incomplete. A garbage play. Third down and 10. Frost Giants trying to add to their 10-point lead. Riggs looking, throwing, and he throws an interception to Bob Robb Jr. So, no points for the Frost Giants. Rush getting the ball back. Jordan's going to throw this one to Auger for 3. Second down and 7. Lux Auger, league leader in receptions, actually. As Jordan throws it to Vilko Valkonen, who breaks one and gets into Reykjavik territory down to the 46-yard line. End of the first quarter, 17-7. Here in Reykjavik, Frost Giants at home with the lead. We'll see what the Rush can do there on offense. And there's another Valkonen catch who's been having a pretty good impact early on in this game. Getting up to the 29-yard line, definitely in football's range. And there's a throw left side to Pogger. He's got the first. So Rush moving the ball really nicely now. You're up to the Frost Giants 18. I'm a handoff to Thunderball. Not much doing there. It's maybe a couple yards. Second and 8. 4 wide receivers out there. Jordan. He's back. He's looking, throwing the curl route to Peter Tingle, who's got the first. First and goal for the Toronto Rush. They're 6 yards away from pay dirt. As Jordan, under pressure, throws an interception to Bonderman. Hit while throwing, and that is a costly turnover in the red zone for the Toronto Rush. Reykjavik getting the ball back at their own 11. Quick flag as Riggs is going to fake it and throw it to Caleb Boateng. I believe it's an offsides. It is. So that will be declined. Riggs faking it with time, throwing it. Billy Bob Booker Thompson over the shoulder, catches it, and gets brought down at the Toronto 28. Second big catch of the game for Billy Bob Booker Thompson. As Riggs is going to throw it to Thompson again for a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Pitch to Richards, who jukes it in, gets the first. Tackled at the 13. We're approaching the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Reykjavik on a drive that started at their own 11 is moving well, and Richards is going to pick up the touchdown. Frost Giants now in the lead by 16. Davis's PAT is good to make it a 17-point lead. Toronto with a bit of a deficit now. See how their 2-minute drill looks like. Both these teams looking for a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Like I said, I think one of them will make it. I don't know if both of them can. I haven't looked. Jordan in an empty set. He's back. He's throwing, and it's Vilko Valkonen over the middle. Big game for Valkonen to the 49-yard line. We've seen both of these tight ends make impacts. Jordan throws it quickly to Deluxe Pogger, who's got the catch for 6. Guess they're going to decline the penalty for some reason. 2nd and 4. Jordan throws Pogger side again, who's got the first, and heads out of bounds at the 39, stopping the clock at 1:33. Classic goal line formation. They're passing out of it. Jordan throws this one away, incomplete. Jordan with some time is going to throw incomplete again, looking for Smith the third. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Toronto. I'm not sure if they're quite in field goal range or not. See what they can do. Everyone out there for Jordan, and a field goal doesn't matter. Peter Tingle makes the catch, getting to the 23-yard line. Nice 3rd down pickup by the Toronto Rush. Everyone split out for Jordan. Back, he throws end zone. Incomplete, looking for Smith the third. Clock stopped at 1:05. Toronto still trailing by 17. Good opportunity to score here before the end of the half. As there's a Valkonen catch for just a couple. 3rd and 8. And that's incomplete. Flag on the play isn't offsides though. 3rd and 3 coming up. Toronto with another shot to pick up the first. As Mason Jordan throws it through the back of the end zone, incomplete. When have we seen that before? 4th down and 3. Toronto out here to kick a 33-yard field goal. Kick is up and good. Toronto on the board for 10. They still trail by 14. They will start the second half with the football, but Reykjavik has 3 timeouts and about 35 seconds to work with. It's like Hail Mary formation for Jerry Riggs. He's back. He's looking with time, throwing really deep. It's intercepted by Wreck-It Ralph. So Wreck-It Ralph getting an INT. Now it's going to be Jordan responding with a Jalen Smith catch. Big time catch by Jalen Smith III, who has the only rush touchdown in the game. But the Toronto Rush with 2 timeouts left have a chance at maybe getting field goal range. There's a dump off to John. Thunderball is off to the races, and they are in field goal range up to the 31. Chance for another play maybe. Jordan throws it short to Thunderball. Gonna be tackled in. Oh no, this is bad. Jordan's going to throw, get sacked, and now they're not going to have enough time for a field goal. So that's the half, 24-10. Toronto getting the football back. Peter Tingle's going to return this one to the 26 or so. We'll see what the Rush can do. They've had some great drives going, but either ended in turnovers or bad clock management. That one is incomplete to make it 2nd and 10. Jordan throws it, incomplete again, 3rd and 10. And this one is another incompletion. So opening drive for Toronto, 3 straight incompletions. And that's going to force Duck football to punt it away. Cam Lewis is going to make one defender miss and return it to the 30. Reykjavik with a chance to increase their lead here. Last time they were on offense, they threw an interception. This time Riggs looking to throw again. Play action with a ton of time. Going deep. Gets it to Caleb Boateng. Flipping the field around. Big time 50-yard completion to Caleb Boateng. Ross Giants are rolling. This time it's a throw through the left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Riggs throws it underneath to Caleb Boateng, and that's going to be about 7. 3rd down and 3 coming up. And they run it on 3rd down. Richards going nowhere, though. Bob Robb Jr. on the stop, so Oliver Davis going to be out here to kick the field goal. However, this will make it a 3-score ball game. And Peter Tingle going to return this one. Rush not in panic mode yet, but you have to think they want to march down the field and get 6 on this drive. What most offenses seek to do, I think. As Jordan fakes it and throws incomplete to the right side, 2nd and 10. Another fake, this time dropped by Deluxe Pogger, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. Mason Jordan's going to throw it and find Pogger, this time complete for a 1st down pickup. Just what the Rush needed. 25-yard gain from Jordan to Pogger. Here's another Jordan throw. Who else? Deluxe Pogger for a gain of 9. Will be 2nd and 1 for Toronto. And Thunderball picks up the 1st and a little bit more. Toronto Rush now to the Reykjavik 41. See what they can do as we are midway through the 3rd quarter. Jordan throws, and Deluxe Pogger over the middle again. Up to the 24-yard line. Good-looking drive for the Toronto Rush. Jordan throws left side. Who else? Deluxe Pogger, who gets stripped, and Dixie Normus falls on the football. That's awful. So the Ross Giants get the football back at their own 10. But Riggs is going to get sacked, and that's a safety. Okay. Bob Robb Jr. credited with the safety. So Toronto's going to get the football back. I guess maybe a strategic fumble. And Peter Tingle's going to pick it up and return it to the 11. What is going on? Mason Jordan with an 89-yard field. Throw it right away to Pogger, who makes one miss and gets a first down with some more all the way to the 32. Toronto moving the sticks. Jordan throws again. Overthrows Pogger. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mason Jordan throws it, and somehow Peter Tingle comes up with the football and gets the first. Toronto now to the 43-yard line. It's Jordan in the gun. Fakes it to Thunderball, has to get rid of it, and does. Passing out of the sack. It will be 2nd and 10. Thunderball gets the carry, nothing doing there. 3rd and 10 coming up. There's a short throw to Deluxe Pogger, good open field tackle. 4th and 4 as we get to the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter incoming. Reykjavik in the lead 27-12. And decision time for the rush. They will punt it. So it will be duck football trying to coffin the punt. This is a pretty solid punt. Going to go inside the 6-yard line here. Last time Frost Giants, Riggs got sacked in the end zone for a safety. This time it's a Richards run. He's going to gain about 15. One-yard line now for the Frost Giants as Riggs throwing it. Torrent catching on the left sideline. And that's going to be a 14-yard gain or so. Riggs throwing again, going deep, receiver wide open, it's Caleb Boateng, and Boateng has his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Now that's going to make it very difficult for the rush to get back in this. Peter Tingle is going to return this one. That's going to be Toronto's ball at the 19. They've had so many opportunities, just not come up in points. See if Toronto can change that here as Jordan hit while throwing gets it to Pogger, who's going to gain 7. St. Jordan throwing, and that's a drop. Receiver didn't want to catch it, I guess. 3rd and 3 coming up. Mason Jordan under pressure, throws an interception to Adam Leonard, and Leonard is going to return this one all the way for a touchdown, sealing this one up for the Frost Giants. So with this, the Reykjavik Frost Giants are going to advance to 6-6. Toronto Rush going to drop to 5-7. Rush on a 4-game losing streak. Do have a chance to win their next couple, though, and maybe get in the playoffs still. Going to be tough for them. Thunderball with the carry is going to run it for 7. Thunderball with another carry, breaking it big, and John Thunderball is going to get a touchdown run here in the 4th quarter. Huge touchdown. Thunderball. I'm afraid it's too little too late, but yeah, that's one of the longest runs we've seen on the season. Is Toronto not going for the onside? They're just going to play it straight up, down by 22 midway through the fourth quarter. Io Torrent returns this one to the 22. See if Reykjavik goes in more of a clock management mode. He hands it off to Richards. They do on that play, but that's blown up. Apollo Dankworth in on the 5-yard loss. Another Richards run. Gains a few back. 3rd and 12. Now facing the Frost Giants. And that Richards carry gets a few. Toronto calling a timeout for some reason. 4th and 9 for Davis. Punts this one away. Inscree on the return. And so, the 2-minute warning here in Reykjavik. Toronto down by 22 still. Passing it to Pogger. That's a gain of 8. Toronto burns their 2nd timeout. And Jordan gonna throw out of that sack to Pogger for a first. But the Rush will use their final timeout. There's Alex Schaefer for 7. And Jordan throwing it to Schaefer again. Toronto now up to the Reykjavik 45. Jordan gets it to Valkonen underneath, who breaks one, gets some blocks, and heads out at the 19. Jordan throws it incomplete to Schaefer, 2nd and 10. Finding Schaefer that time. Toronto inside the 9-yard line. See if they can score. As Jordan cannot get it to Pogger, who's wide open. And there is another incompletion. So, 4th down, 5 yards out for the Rush. It'll be Jordan throwing it through the back of the end zone, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Riggs going to kneel this one out as the Frost Giants come away with a 41-19 victory. Wait, they're not kneeling? Okay. Here's the ball game, 41-19. Coming up next, we're going to have the Mexico City Silver Eagles playing host to the Madagascar Hammerheads. Big matchup here between two potential playoff teams. And this is slated to be a fairly even ball game, all for the devs siding with the Madagascar Hammerheads. We'll see how it plays out. I've pinged the Hammerheads, and we will get this one underway. With the last game result, Mexico City, or excuse me, the Frost Giants are at 6-6 now. Toronto Rush dropped to 5-7. So Madagascar trying to get a win here to stay ahead of the Rush and tie it back up with the Frost Giants for record. And then if Mexico City wins, they will be at 7 wins and in a good spot to make the playoffs. So here we go, Hammerheads to start out the game on offense, because this is a crucial one. Idell's going to throw it to Sahil Qureshi for the first play on offense, and that's getting the Hammerheads to the 48-yard line. Idell bombing it deep to Joey Din, who catches it in the one-on-one, which generally favor the wide receivers. Madagascar out to a very early 6-0 lead. Kick is up and good. Well, Mexico City getting back on offense, or on offense for the first time this game, I should say. They take over at their own 18. Offense in the gun is going to get hit while throwing. Just avoiding that sack. 2nd and 10 coming up. Offense throws, and Gonzo Leafson is behind the defense for a good gain up to the 38-yard line. Moving the sticks are the Silver Eagles. Quick flag, I think it's going to be an offsides as Soffens finds EP Poo-Poo. They're going to decline it, of course. 2nd and 2 coming up. And Soffens going down 6-2, working in favor of the Hammerheads, so it will be 3rd and 9 now for the Mexico City Silver Eagles. Soffens throwing into double coverage and incomplete, looking for Leafson. So now it's going to be Caden Coleman in the punt unit. Punt is a touchback. So Madagascar back on offense, looking to extend their 7-point lead. Last touchdown was a big pass to Joey Din. Idell looking to pass again, and it's Evo upcoming behind the defense, and he will score. Madagascar out to a 2-touchdown lead very early in this ball game. PAT is up and good. 14-0. In Mexico City. Soffens throwing again. And there's Juan Cena, very close to the first, 2nd and inches. Coming up for the Silver Eagles. Trips left, Soffens in the pistol. He's back and gets strip sack, picked up by Boderman. And when it rains, it pours. now it's the Madagascar Hammerheads with the football at the Mexico City 20. Of course, they're going to follow it up with a goal line formation. Pitch to Koreshi is good for 5. 2nd down and 5. Madagascar looking to make this a 3-score ball game. It's Ayadel to throw it. He's got time going end zone, and it's Evo upcoming again, stunting on 2 defenders because coverage doesn't matter. Touchdown Madagascar, and they are now in the lead 21-0 midway through the first quarter. That's a lot of points for 1 quarter. Oh dear, kicks this one away to Pee Pee Poo Poo. And Mexico City looking to do something. They have been absolutely handled here in this first quarter. Soffin's going to throw that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Soffin's throwing again. Poo Poo, but there's a flag. It's a hold by Chuck Rounder, which will be accepted. Set them back exactly 10 yards instead of what should be like 8. 2nd and 20. Soffin's throwing left side to Leifson. That's only going to get a few. 3rd and 17. Soffin's throws to Gonzo Leifson, who breaks one but cannot escape Professor Fate. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage, 4th and 10, so Caden Coleman out here to punt it again. Going to be Milo Morales on the return, who's going to get a decent little return to the 42. Adele back on offense. He's going to throw it to Hexier for a short gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Trips right. Ayadel looking. With time, throws it to Ye again. 2 catches for Hexier in this drive. That one gets him into Mexico City territory. We'll see what the Hammerheads can do on this last play of the first quarter, but not much, obviously. Zane Cluxon Fristazel in on a 5-yard loss because counter run plays are garbage. 2nd and 15 now for the Madagascar Hammerheads as they are out here with 5 wide receivers. Ayadel's going to throw it to Botterman short for 8. 3rd and 7 coming up. I don't know if they're in field goal range or not. What Ayodel can do. Back, he's thrown underneath to Koreshi. Field goal won't matter. He's up past the 1st down, tackled at the 26. Good 3rd down conversion by the Madagascar Hammerheads. And off to Seal Koreshi, who's running it well for 9. 2nd and 1 now for the Silver Eagles. And they're passing for it. Ayadel going over the middle to Botterman, who's got the 1st. Hammerheads 8 yards away from the end zone. They have a 21-point lead here as we're getting into the 3rd quarter. Ayadel with time, throwing end zone, and it's an interception by Dayton Sack, the rookie. Sack now with 6 interceptions, I believe, on the season, will then give the spark for the Silver Eagles that they need. That was, yeah, I think now Sack is tied with Longlegs at 6 interceptions on the season. As Leifson almost Soffin's almost threw an interception, but Leifson ends up coming down with the football. 1st and 10 at the 40 for the Silver Eagles. And that will be a Leafs completion. Only getting 2, though. 2nd down and 8. Offens throws this one to McDingberry, who's got the 1st down. Nicely done out of the tight end spot here. And now it's the 2-minute warning here in Mexico City. And there's a pass to the right side, incomplete. Quick flag, it might be an offsides. Leafson with the catch is going to be declined, picking up the 1st down. All on the 39 as Mexico City has their best drive of the football game going right now. Trips left for Soffen. He's back. Throws it underneath to Juan Cena for 5. Offens. Quick throw left side to Leafson, and that will make it 3rd and 2. In field goal range are the Silver Eagles, but they are looking for more. 6-2 out here for the Hammerheads. See if it burns them. It's Soffen's quick throw, incomplete. 4th and 2, so bring out Caden Coleman for a 48-yard field goal. Coleman's kick is up, and it is good. So 21-3 here. Madagascar has not scored in the 2nd quarter. Mexico City on the board for the 1st time. First and 10 at the 18. Trips right for the Hammerheads. Ayadel in the pistol. He's looking, throwing late to Joey Din. And Din's got 4. Ayadel with time, throwing deep, looking for Huaycapan, who's got the catch. Lateral Huaycapan all the way to the 39-yard line. Amity Ayadel having a great game, except for that 1 interception. There's Din with a catch for 3, stopping the clock as he runs out of bounds at the 36. Now an empty set for Ayadel. Looking, throwing, just gets rid of it to Hexier, who's got the 1st. Madagascar uses their 2nd timeout. They are up to the 26. 34 seconds left in the half. Silver Eagles will start, though, with the football in the 2nd half. There's Din tackled in the open field, and unfortunately the Hammerheads are going to call their final timeout. That makes absolutely no sense. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Ayadel. Time throwing it to Seal Qureshi, but that's incomplete. Only Ayadel's 2nd incompletion of the ball game, I believe. 3rd down and 6 for the Hammerheads. See what they can do. Ayadel throws it over the middle, but it's dropped by Evo Upcoming. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal of their own. This one from 39 yards out. Oh dear. Lined up. Kick is up, and it's good. So they march down the field near the end of the 2nd quarter and get those 3 points back that they gave up on the last possession. Pretty good drive from the Hammerheads. Pee Poo Poo returns this one to the 24. Looks like it'll be Silver Eagles to get the ball in the 2nd half. Not sure if they're going to play pretty aggressively to end this 2nd quarter. And that is incomplete, so we'll see an imminent 3rd down run. 24-3 here in Mexico City. Hammerheads kicking this one back to the Silver Eagles. They have a 21-point lead on the road here. See if that holds up in the second half of football. So on the 18, it softens. He's out there in the pistol. He's back. Under some pressure. Throws it. Dropped. Softens, throws incomplete. Left side. 3rd and 10 now. Softens going deep. Receiver was wide open, but drops what could have been a touchdown. So it will be a Caden Coleman punt. Madagascar getting the football back at their own 35. Big lead for them in this ball game. They've had the lead the entire game except for, the first like 30 seconds. Iadell's going to throw this one into traffic, but it's Hexier with the catch for 9. Second one, Hammerhead's out here with an empty set. Iadell going down fast by ZKF. That's going to be a loss of 7. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Hammerheads. Iadell throws it incomplete, so they cannot get anything going. They'll have to punt it to the Silver Eagles. This punt is a touchback, so Silver Eagles on offense. Going to work. That's a 2-yard gain. Softens, throws to Latavius Dokabasi. First action of the game for Dokabasi. And that's a first down to the 46. Your Softens throws, receiver wide open, doesn't drop this one. Dokabasi into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, Mexico City. As they are now only trailing by 14. So, Hammerheads still winning 24-10 midway through this third quarter. Been a little quieter on offense since the end of the first. See if they can get something going. That's a 9-yard upcoming completion. Was now over the century mark for the game. Great game from Evo upcoming. Handed off to Lighthorn. There is a flag, and that is an offside, so it's going to be like the same result either way. Iadell gonna throw it and wide open is lateral Huaycapan on the right side line. Not a single Silver Eagle in the same zip code until he gets all the way inside the 25 to the 22. Big time completion by lateral Huaycapan. Madagascar in scoring distance. Iadell looking and throws it incomplete. Hit while throwing. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. Idell throws it through the back of the end zone. That's incomplete. Third down and 10. And on third down, they throw it to Din, but he is tackled immediately after a 3-yard gain. 4th and 7. And so it's going to be oh dear to try to make this a 3-score ball game. 36-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is no good. He missed it over the left upright. So Silver Eagles catch a break there, and that's going to give them the ball back at their own 19. Start out with a run play for a loss of 2. Oz Shepard in on the stop. Second and 12. Softens, looking with time, throwing deep, incomplete. Third and 12. Silver Eagles trying to pick this one up. They're not out of it, but everything would help them. Softens throwing deep, and that's incomplete. Roy Byleth in on the coverage. 4th and 12, and now the Silver Eagles punting it back to the Hammerheads. So Iadell is going to throw here on first down. Looking for Din, that's incomplete. It will be 2nd and 10. Although the Hammerheads are in the lead, it feels like this could still be anyone's ball game. Iadell is looking, throwing deep, looking for Upcoming, who's got a tough catch to the 23 of Mexico City. Evo Upcoming has been solid in this ball game. And we get to the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, here we come. Madagascar in the lead, as they have been for almost the entire ball game, trying to add on to their 14-point lead. Iadell throws it to Waikapan, who's got some space. Gets down the right sideline to the 6. 1st and goal to go coming up for Madagascar. Iadell throws it underneath to Koreshi, but that's dropped. So now it'll be 2nd and goal to go. Iadell throws it, and it's incomplete. 3rd and goal now. This one is another incompletion. Well, the drive stalls out again for Madagascar in the red zone. Oh dear, out to kick a field goal. 1 for 2 on the day. This kick is good though, from 23. So that is critical because it makes it a 3-score ball game. Silver Eagles have to get the ball back here. Softens, hit while throwing. That's in incompletion. Second and 10. Softens with an empty set. Has to get rid of it quickly and does. That's incomplete. Well covered by the Hammerheads. So that will make it 3rd down and 10. And that throw is complete to Leifson, but pushed out of bounds for a gain of 3. And the Silver Eagles are going to punt this one back to the Hammerheads. So that could prove to be a costly drive there that the Silver Eagles cannot capitalize on. Kind of the theme of the ball game for Mexico City. Hammerheads back on offense, but they've only scored 6 points since their first quarter. Hand it off to Lighthorn. That's going to Be no gain there. Jonathan, check yourself in on the stop. Iadel throws it, and Din catches it for about 5. 3rd and 5 coming up. Be a big conversion for the Hammerheads. Big stop for the Silver Eagles. Iadel back throwing, and Joey Din with the catch. Big time catch to the 40-yard line. Madagascar in Mexico City territory looking to ice this game. That false start by Lazen, though, is going to make it 1st and 15 now. Weak eye for Iadel, who's looking for Qureshi and gets it to Qureshi. Tough catch by Sahil, but that is going to get Madagascar to the 16. And it's looking more and more out of hand for the Silver Eagles as we move along. Qureshi with the carry for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. And off to Qureshi, who's got the first. 2-minute warning here as the Hammerheads are putting a game icing drive together. And off to Qureshi. Only get a yard or so. Silver Eagles burning their first time out of the half, but it is looking tougher and tougher than by the second. Another handoff to Qureshi, who's got the touchdown, and that's going to be ball game, I think. Two-point glitch, I guess. So 35-10. Mexico City trailing by 25. That is incomplete. Softens, under pressure, throws another incompletion. Softens, throws it to Grant for about 3 or 4. Timeout for the Silver Eagles as they're going for it on this 4th down and 7. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. Softens throwing deep finally, and it's Pee Poo Poo with the catch all the way to the 44. Silver Eagles just delaying the inevitable with these passes. Often dropping back again. Incomplete again. Final game of the night after this is going to be Venom and Twisters. I do not expect that one to be close. Softens throws deep. Another incompletion. Hammerhead's coverage has been excellent this ball game. The exception of like one play. Softens, throws short, and the tight end McDingberry just runs out of bounds. So that's a turnover on downs. Hammerhead's not kneeling this one out yet because the Silver Eagles have one timeout. Sahil Qureshi runs it for 5 yards, and the Silver Eagles will use their final timeout. And off to Qureshi for about 3, 3rd and 2. I guess they do decide to kneel it. All right. Yeah, so with this final, that shakes it up quite a bit. Now there are 3 teams in the international division at 6-6. So that makes it super, super interesting. The previous time these two teams faced, it was the Hammerheads winning. So now the Hammerheads have an outright tiebreaker over the Silver Eagles with their second win over them on the season. So as it stands today, it would be Toronto, Lidditz, Denver, and Mexico City all missing the playoffs. Well, hold on. Who has? Yeah, I think so because the Frost Giants beat the Silver Eagles as well, and those two teams are going to face off next game. So a lot of interesting matchups still to come this season. What won't be so interesting is this ball game. What was the score? 35-10. We'll go with that. What won't be so interesting is the Vegas Venom coming to town against the Lidditz Twisters. I mean, a tiebreaker is not really going to matter when you're a game behind them. So yeah, this is probably going to be a Venom 70 pointer. So get this one over with. Holy shit. I go to the bathroom and it's an Emma Soto touchdown right out the gate. All right. Way to go, Lidditz. Don't worry, Laser. It's only the 0-11 team that just scored an opening drive touchdown on you. I assure you that this 6-0 lead for Lidditz will not last very long. Again, I assure you that this 6-0 lead for Lidditz will not last very long. principle of the thing, I guess. I don't know what's gotten into Lidditz, but they're moving the football. Like they're completely what is I. This is incredible. Oh well. Oh. All right. Well, yeah. I think the magic's over now.
Sit up. Go! Hike! Hike! Hut! Strike! Sit up! Go! Hut! Sit up! Hut! Go! Go! Sit up! Sit hike! Tonight. Go! Hike! Tonight. 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 Go! Hike! Sit hut. Take. Sit hut. Go. Strike.